Hello everyone, welcome to RNG University. So today I got a quest to attack with, I believe, like 20 or 75 creatures for the 750 quest, or for the 750 gold quest. So I thought, might as well go back to the good old tried and true Mono-White Aggro. And what do you know, there is a pretty standard deck in the meta right now with Mono-White Aggro that basically uses the crutch of Sarah Paragon to kind of get your late game card advantage. This is an extremely good card for a deck like this, where you can get out a lot of early game creatures and kind of back that up with just a card advantage engine in the back. So early game we got 8 1-drops: Hopeful Initiate, Hotshot Mechanic. Then we have Guardian New Benali, Intrepid Adversary. I only have 3 of each. I didn't want to go and craft another one, so I just ended up using 3 of each with Forthalia. Now, the deck that I found, a few deck lists I found online actually, does not run the Reckoner Bankbuster, which I find odd since we have a Hotshot Mechanic. And if we don't have any creatures, there's not really a point to that. And I thought about using the other, others vehicle, but it comes down to really this is also a card draw engine if we need it to be, which is pretty good. That's why I kind of had this combo going. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I'm not really quite sure. Maybe I'll cut this if this doesn't pan out too well. I do have the Anointed Peacekeeper. Again, I only have 3 of them, so I only ran 3 in the deck. This is your replacement of the Spell Slinger. Spell something, the 3-1 from the old meta. Brutal Kazar for removal, Adeline for extra damage. And then Sarah Paragon for Sarah Paragon. 24 lands, with 1 being a Gonjo. I thought about putting in 2 Agonjos and 23 lands, but as soon as I do that, I'm going to draw 2 Agonjo opening hand every game, so let's not do that. So this is the deck. It's just an aggro deck, so it's really just whether or not we're going to go first and whether or not we draw our curve. So not much to say about it. Let's go ahead and try it out and see what happens. Attack with 45 creatures. That was the quest. Alright, so hopefully we can get this quest done while winning a game. I really want to win a game every day at least to get my daily 250 gold. But with an aggro deck like this, you know, it should be able to. Who knows? Alright, we get to go first, and we got 1-drop, 2-drop, so I'm going to keep. And we'll say hi. We'll drop the Intrepid Adversary. I really like these Secret Lair lands. They look really cool. Okay, so he's got a 1-drop, or just a removal at least. And because of that, what should we do? Well, obviously we're going to attack first. Alright, so then we'll drop our Guardian of New Benalia. It was a toss-up between that and the Reckoner Bankbuster, but I have 2 Bankbusters. I can discard 1 to the New Benalia or the Guardian to at least give it indestructible for a while. And I don't really have the mana to use it to draw, and I don't have. Oh, he's cutting down my Hopeful, which kind of expected that. Yeah, I don't have the mana to make the draw, and I don't have the creatures to crew it right now. So yeah, 24 lands. And then we stop drawing lands already. That's definitely the way this deck goes. Alright, third land, very good. All I need is 3 lands to file the Adeline. Now we can attack. Can't not enlist, but we can attack. We will block. What does this do? When it dies, it creates a treasure. Okay. We will discard our Bankbuster to give it indestructible. He can have his treasure. And he will be able to hook for 2 if he wants to do that, but he'd probably just take out the Adeline with a one of the removal spells. It's not that good for us, but it's not too worrisome, I guess. If he has 2 removal spells, that's going to be a bit annoying. It is an aggro deck, so we just got to aggro it out. And our opponent seems to be one of those take forever for their turn kind of player. That's not very fun. Alright, we got another Reckoner Bankbuster, so that's our 3rd. Shuffler gave us equal amount of Bankbuster as it did for freaking lands. Of course, Infernal Grasp, the Adeline, so that's happening. We're going to enlist our 1-1. And then we know that we're not going to draw any lands the next few turns. The hot shot might be good to crew the Bank Buster, honestly, and we get to go in for 4 damage. Our opponent might not see that coming, but just having another land now is a lot better, to be honest. And we'll drop the Bank Buster. We can crew the Bank Buster just with the adversary alone, so it's not necessary that we need to crew it with a hot shot. Maybe that's why the hot shot did not work well with the Reckoner. And I think something is exploding outside. That's a fun situation for that to be. Alright, I guess top deck land is good. Top deck Brittle Cathar is also reasonable for us. We do top deck land, so let's see. We can Intrepid Adversary to make this a 3/3, and this is a 2/2. So we'll go in for 5 damage, or 6 damage with the Reckoner Bank Buster. And we definitely want to do that. He does have 2 mana for removal. Ah, I tapped the wrong one. I could have tapped the Intrepid Adversary. I don't know what I was doing. This might have cost us the game, honestly. He blocks. I don't know why. Why did I tap that? That was weird. So yeah, that was 3 extra damage that we didn't get to. There's a Syncopate. This is a Grixis deck? Huh. Well, I'm gonna burn down my house. So that happened. I just missed playing left and right because I didn't discard to the Guardian for some reason, and now I'm drawing lands. Okay, so I don't deserve to win this game, honestly, because the mistakes that have been made is really bad. Really trying to figure out this deck, and it's kind of tilting that, you know, the cards we're drawing are in the opposite direction. He's gonna blitz us. He's gonna try to get a treasure token. That's fine. We get a lot of card draws next turn if we don't get any good cards to play. The Intrepid Adversary is very good. The question is, do we want to pump it? And I guess we'll pump it once. Unless he wants to remove it right away. He definitely has removal, so yeah. So did see that coming. Let's crew this Bank Buster. So you cut it down if you want. And then we will go to combat and attack for 3. Or 4. He pretty much has to block there. Well, this doesn't have to block. And I honestly might have thought of not blocking if I was him, because having a Kiki-Jiki out might help him copy something good. Shieldred is definitely good. Well, good card to drop, but we gotta draw a card first. Sarah Paragon. Okay, so now we're in a situation where we can't really draw with our Bank Buster without taking extra damage. But the Sarah Paragon really will help us along the way. Let's see, we can get a Guardian out. That's pretty good. The Hopeful Initiate will let us at least draw with the Reckoner Bank Buster. Or we can draw with the Reckoner Bank Buster first and then get out a Guardian. I think that might be a better play. We will take 2, but, you know, it's not the end of the world there. And get the Guardian out. So now we can crew the Bank Buster if we need to. Opponent's trying to gain life. It's a bit annoying now that they're coming back from 9 up to some life. But we can always hope to draw a Brittle Cathar. If we don't, at least we have the Intrepid Adversary to play out with the Sarah Paragon if he doesn't remove it. Of course, the opponent can remove it, and if that does happen, we'll have to attack, crew the Bank Buster, and enlist into our Guardian maybe. This is a really kind of a wonky kind of combo there. Alright, they're gonna Corp Praise our Intrepid Adversary, most likely. Or Adeline. Ooh, that's not good. We already have an Adeline. I would not agree with that, but hey, I'm not the opponent here. He's probably looking for a blue mana. So far, as much as we've been complaining about our draws, the opponent draw has been way worse in terms of not getting their blue mana. And I hope this is a tap land. They dropped the land here. Well, they're just gonna do that, which is fair, but we will crew it. At least. So if he wants to attack with Shieldred, we can still kill the Shieldred. Okay, he does not want to attack with Shieldred. And we're gonna take some life. That's no fun. Okay, we cannot play the Sarah Paragon anymore, so we will we'll draw a card first. We'll take a lot of damage from card drawing. It's unfortunate. But we have to do this to kind of stay on top of the game. None of these are lifelink. Yep. So Adeline will be okay to push an extra 1 damage, but even then, I don't think we can push the extra damage because it will just get blocked. So maybe the Peacekeeper is a better option. In that case, we will just crew the Bankbuster first. And then we'll attack. No, I want to attack. Enlist, and we will enlist our Bankbuster here. Lands, of course. Now we get them. He's not going to block with Shieldred, but he will block with the Corp Appraiser, and we will discard our Hopeful Initiate. Will we discard Hopeful Initiate? Having it out doesn't really do much. Oh, it's a blocker, but it doesn't really do much. We'll discard the Adeline. And then we will play our Anointed Peacekeepers to see what's in their hand. Okay, so Solkanar, they're not going to be able to play. Burn Down a House, they need a top deck land to play, but it'll kill their Shieldred, so don't care too much about that. March is something that will help them gain life, and I don't want that to happen, so let's take out March. March or Wretched Sword. Doesn't really take it out, but at least it stops it from being that good of a damage dealer. They get to gain a lot of life from Shieldred. It's unfortunate because we don't drop our removal. What we draw is lands. Now that we don't need lands anymore. They're only playing 4 lands, so at least we have that going, which is nice. They can deal 3 damage with March if they exile the Solkanar. They can do 5 damage with March if they exile that too, but I don't know if that's relevant here. We are going very low on life, and this is our first game with this aggro deck, so that's obviously not very fun. Opponents really thinking their game plan through. Their plan probably is to attack with Shieldred and try to march whatever I attack with so that... okay, so I did not see that plan coming. So yeah, they're doing 3 damage to the Guardian because they can right now. Which, I mean... I'm not sure if that was the best play. But I get it. And of course we're going to take a lot of damage from the fact that all we draw are lands. Okay, more lands that we draw. Alright, so we cannot enlist anymore, which means that our attack will just kind of get repelled, unfortunately. This is 4 damage, and if he can get burn down a house on us, we will just lose. So because of that, I think I'm just gonna full swing and hope for the best. Kind of have to. Yep. Well, no. It's gonna block the Peacekeeper. I don't know. I would not block the Peacekeeper. This is 4 damage. And it's gonna keep getting crewed by the pilot, so... okay, well, the opponent has his choices. We'll take out Burn Down the House. Oh, they finally get their land. And we get a Hotshot Mechanic. So yeah, probably gonna lose this game because all we can draw is lands apparently. 3. Burn down a house will probably just kill us. If we attack with the Peacekeeper, we will die from burn down a house. We cannot do that. So we will crew with this creature right here. And we'll attack for 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep the Peacekeeper up. Yep. This is the best we can do, and hope they break, basically. They draw another land and can't do anything. To make this appear... Oh, there's a land, yeah. To make this appear doesn't really do much. If he full swings... Should we double block? I don't know. I mean, if he swings, he dies. Because we can just backswing and kill him. He's not going to attack. I don't know what he's doing. But, okay, what can we do? So, it's going to block the 4, which means that we could deal 3... I think we have lethal anyways. Which is good for us. We're at 1. So let's see, yeah, we'll just crew this guy right here. He has no play that can stop us. This is 7 damage. He has blocked the 4/4, so yeah, I don't know where this is going, but here's full swing. Okay. Our aggro deck pulled it out at the very last minute while we're at 1. Which is really funny, because this is supposed to be a fast deck. We finished one of the quests from yesterday. Funny enough, I think, basically, I misplayed the hell out of that game, and if I hadn't, I would have won a while ago. But, of course, going first helps a lot. So here we go. We're going second this time, and we still only have 2 lands, but we do have a Brutal Cathar, so that's some removal. We're playing against Strider, who likes to rope on Mulligan. Apparently, this is always my pet peeve. When people rope on Mulligan, just come on. This is not a tournament. You don't win $1,000 for winning this one game. You don't lose $1,000 for losing this game, and you are taking the fun away from most people by just roping. And I'm always salty when people rope. It's just... I get it. Sometimes you have to think about your plays a lot. But sometimes you're just sitting there waiting for your opponent to make a move. Black-red. The current meta right now is just everyone playing either these 2 colors in combination with something else, or mono blue, mono black, and it's just, ugh, so boring. And I see rope, 1 mana. You want to cut this down? Just do it. Yeah, voltage surge. Good for you. Underdog. Of course. And then, is that full control? That would have been kind of funny. Alright, so there is an argument for Guardian here. And I won about roping and I'm roping. There is an argument for Guardian there, but I think getting the Bank Bust Reckoner now might help us draw another land, because still mana screwed and 24 lands in the deck. I don't know what's wrong with the Shuffler. I think, you know, this is my conspiracy theory talking here, but I think Wizard has some sort of algorithm tuned to go against seasoned players. I don't know if I'd call myself a seasoned player, but just a player that plays more Magic than normal, like little kids do. And I do really feel like that. I'm not gonna attack, so I can use it to block. I do really feel like the opponent is just... Wow. Okay. What are you gonna exile there? I'll crew my Bank Buster. Do I want to block the underdog? Yeah, I will block the underdog. And I will discard my adversary to protect it. I don't know what that was. Gonna hook. Wants to take on my adversary, I guess. I'm so confused. Alright, so there is a call to drawing a card and not doing anything. Or I can attack with the Guardian. I guess I'll do that. Because the other one will be to play the Sarah. Oh, this is pretty good. So yeah, time to attack and enlist my hot shot. That way I get to look at top deck. Okay, I don't need another land, and the Intrepid Adversary is very good. So, what's my opponent gonna do? Is he gonna block? Probably not gonna block. This kind of player never blocks. Yep. I think he's ahead because he didn't block. I'll play a Thalia. I don't really need a Bruchadar because I don't need it getting countered by trying to target a Graveyard Trespasser. But if he attacks, I'll gladly take 4. It's I have so much more on the board. I'm not taking 4 because he didn't want to exile. So there is that. Underdog, of course. Okay, so now we can play the adversary, but there is another call to drawing a card and hopefully hitting a land to take out his underdog. That might be another good play to exile it, but I don't really want to exile the underdog because he can just have a removal and it'll just come right back. So I think the better play would be to play the Intrepid Adversary. Okay, and I will crew my... Oh, and then they quit. Ha! Why are you quitting? Is it because I was the beatdown this time? I barely attacked. Did I attack with any creature? I think they just quit before I even got to attack. It's embarrassing. Maybe I should play mono red. I don't think I'll ever finish this quest. If I finish the other quest before this one, I don't even remember what the other quest is. But here's the thing. For Mono-White Aggro, and we're getting to a draw, maybe? Maybe the server's kind of lagging. Alright, so opponent goes first, which is what we're used to. Hasha mechanic is good on the fact that it's a 1-drop. We just need to have 1-drops out. Yeah, opponent goes first. We don't like that. 2 lands only. I also don't like that too much. Third land, I do like that a lot. Alright, so they're playing Jund, at the very least. And the Hasha mechanic hopefully can get some damage in. I don't have any Bank Busters, so it's not doing much else. 2 lands. And a Blood Tide Harvester. Okay, so maybe he'll trade. Let's see if he'll trade first. Maybe attack. I doubt he'll trade. Oh, he does. Okay. If he trades, I'm gonna tax out your Fable. Should not have traded there. Should have just taken the 2 damage. See, his Fable got taxed out, and he played the Blood Tide Harvester, trying to take out the Thalia, which isn't that bad because he can still use the blood to draw. But now, he's probably going to play a Fable next turn. I will stop him from taking out Thalia with a Guitar. Hopefully, oh, he can't do anything right now because his 1-mana spell costs 2. So we'll get in for the damage. I thought about playing a Peacekeeper to see whether or not I can tax out the Fable for another turn, but I don't want him to get value of the Blood Tide Harvester by killing my Thalia here. She's a very good card, and basically it locks down a lot of decks in current meta because they like playing non-creature spells. Oh, well, it is Jund, yeah. There's green. He might play a 4-mana Fable here. He didn't. Let me flip. I don't know what the point of that was, but it's probably gonna have to play some removal. Here's an Intrepid Adversary to stop that plan. If he removes the Thalia, the Adversary buffs. If he removes the Adversary, the Thalia is still in play, tax him for next turn. Either way is good. I thought about playing the Peacekeeper again, but you know, it's better to have the Adversary out to deal more damage this turn. And we might be able to draw a 2-drop to kind of go with the Peacekeeper. Having a 4-drop out this turn is Play on curve. For aggro decks, it's very important to play on curve. And if you play a creature that I need to remove, I might be able to double spell next turn. He's not going to have Emperor, so there's no reason to not attack. I don't know if there's any flash creatures in Jund decks. But hey, I could be wrong. These are both first strikes too. That's insanely good. I don't know if my opponent's just going to quit. At this point, I think they're just going to rope to quit. Oh, Rivetier's Charm. Okay. You get back your Bloodtide Harvester. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. But I don't know how good that would have been. Took out my Budokathar? Yeah, that's pretty annoying, I guess. And now he can take out the Intrepid Adversary if he wants to. Probably going to. I couldn't imagine a world where he takes out Thalia, okay? Oh, he's gonna take out everything? Jund decks, huh? I do not expect this kind of deck in the current meta. I expected more of a, an aggro deck or something. I get 5 mana, which means I can play out Hasha Mechanic, which is okay. Anointed Peacekeeper does lock one of his cards down, but I'm not sure if that's any good. Play Paragon means that he has to have removal next turn. And I can double spell to bring back the daytime so that my Budokathar activates. Graveyard Trespasser. Take out my Budokathar. Or my Thalia. Or my Adversary. I have so many good choices, right? Probably the Adversary though, because I'm gonna... Well, I was wrong. Maybe he has another removal spell. No, Bloodtide Harvester. Hey, look, Budokathar. That's fun. So this is a weird turn because I do want to play the Adversary and pump it for 1, but then that means I can't play anything else. Or I can just play and pump for 2, I guess. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I pump it for 2, this will be a 4/3, and the Harvester will probably just block it anyways. So pumping for 1 or pumping for 2 doesn't matter too much. Or I could Budokathar the Bloodtide Harvester. I could Budokathar the Graveyard Trespasser. Right? I think it's better to take out the Graveyard Trespasser. As funny as it sounds. I'll discard the Anointed Peacekeeper so that I can play from the graveyard. Alright, so that is the Tenacious Underdog. That's the only card in your hand. I thought about maybe taking out Hook, but I think it's more important to stop him from making a play next turn. His Bloodtide Harvester is, he doesn't have to block, and he doesn't. He's probably going to take out a Budokathar, but that just trades 1 for 1 to get back his Graveyard Trespasser. And we have 2 cards in the graveyard that's both pretty impactful. He could also take out the Anointed Peacekeeper, but I don't know if he wants to do that. Yep, saw that coming. He has to take out the Budokathar because it's just going to come back out to take out whatever creature he plays. But because of that, now our Intrepid Adversary is going to buff our board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can hook for 3, or he can pay 4 for Tenacious Underdog. It's kind of embarrassing. Okay, so is that his whole turn? That is his whole turn. So we are going to play Intrepid Adversary and buff board. Did he get a cut down? That would be surprise annoyance. Alright, so he's got 2 creatures to block. Everything on board will kill any one of his creatures. If he double blocks this for some reason, it won't kill both, but he won't do that. And yeah, pretty scary board. He can use his underdog to block the Hush Out mechanic, I guess, if that's a play he wants to make. I mean, it's not like he can, what's it called? Do I have 3 of these? Why did it trigger 3 times? I don't know what happened there. I don't know why it triggered 3 times. Is that a bug? This triggered twice. This has an X2 on it for some reason. I've only played it from the graveyard once, right? Oh, GG. I don't think I finished the attacker quest, but I will end my daily quest here since I have a quest spot open now, and I attack with enough creatures so that tomorrow I can finish this quest with another more fun deck. Mono-White Aggro, we got, you know, 3 games, three wins. That's what happens. With a deck like this, it's amazing when you hit the curve, and you can see that when we do hit the curve, we win against almost any deck. But obviously, if we only draw lands, we're not going to win those games, right? And that is, it's a fun deck to play if you just want to kind of toy the game. It doesn't really require a lot of thinking, so that's something. You can kind of cut down on the Bank Buster, put in more Intrepid Adversary, more Guardian. Might be good, might be worse. Really, it's, you know, more perfecting and more fine-tuning that's required. But basically, the Sarah Paragon gets us the game almost every time. And that's the crux of the game. You need to have 4 of these. And that's it for today. I think the War of the Worlds attacking us tomorrow outside. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Thank you very much for joining me. See you guys next time.